What's going on, everyone? Just want to let everybody know that we are very excited to have a upcoming interview with El Flaco, one of the most winningest handlers in Mexico. This has been a highly anticipated interview that many of y'all guys have been waiting for. It has taken us a minute to make it happen, but with a lot of friends and contacts and resources that we've been able to make it happen. Um, I'm very excited about it. So y'all guys need to go ahead and get in all y'all questions. Um, so we can make sure that we get them answered. This is a topic that we have not covered since we have done Journey to the Pit. And one of the reasons is because obviously the sport in the US is not legal, so we really didn't have anybody that, can kind of talk in present tense about handling. We had many people that we could have brought on the show that can talk about, how it was back in the day. But I think one of the biggest things and what's going to make this interview so special is um, is the fact that it's going to be from somebody, not just a handler, but one of the best, and not just one of the best just this season. He has been one of the best for decades, for many many years. So we're really looking forward to having this interview. Like I said, guys, if y'all can do us a favor and share it, share the interview if y'all guys can. We start here. Um, yeah, share the interview, guys, if y'all can. Obviously, we're getting very little exposure through social media channels, and we're not the only one experiencing it. Everybody's experiencing it. This is just not a rooster thing. People from all different industries are experiencing the same identical thing. Many people have very, very large followings, but getting very little exposure. So we're going to kind of rely on the individuals that do see it if they can share not only this upcoming interview, which is going to be on Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but not only this interview, but all the interviews going forward. If we can definitely get y'all guys help in sharing this interview, but we want to have El Flaco from Mexico is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one, guys. And listen, if y'all guys can chime in or put in the notes, put in the comments or whatever the case is on any questions that y'all guys have for El Flaco, um, please put them in the comment section. So this way I can generate a list of questions. I know, I say this all the time. Very few people put the questions in the comment section, but as soon as we go live, we have hundreds of comments that I am not able to get to. So, um, what's up, everybody over there on Instagram? Just talking about we got this upcoming interview with El Flaco, one of the most winning and handlers in Mexico history. We got him coming on. He'll be on Tuesday, July 16th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Best place to probably watch it will be YouTube, but you can also watch it on Facebook, on our Journey to the Pit page, or you can watch it on Jim Collins, my personal profile. But I would say that probably the best place to watch it will be on YouTube. If you miss it, know that it will be on YouTube. It'd be very easy to find. If you miss it on if you miss it on um Facebook, then once it's done, you probably won't be able to find it. So that's what I'm just saying. Just to make sure y'all guys try to get over there on YouTube. But yeah, he's going to be here. El Flaco, like I say, we typically do our interviews on Wednesdays. He can't do a Wednesday. I told him I'll work around his schedule. He said he could either maybe do a Sunday. Then he got back with us. He's very, very difficult to get in touch with because he's all over the country. He's handling for so many different teams, and he's extremely, extremely busy. It's a lot of work. He'll go into depths and details of how much work it is. A lot of guys look at somebody like him and may even want to aspire to be like him. But I can assure you, I know guys who do a quarter of the amount of handling that he does, and they said it's just too much work. It's very, very tough. It's not an easy lifestyle, and nothing's easy. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have any social media. But it's like I keep telling y'all guys, when you looking at them guys at the top of the food chain, they spending very little time on social media. But he doesn't have any social media. So And it's understandable. Like it takes a minute just to even get a reply from him. And I've been really working on it, really working on it. I got Alfara really helping me. I got some people in the back end that's really trying to communicate and make sure that this interview happen. I greatly appreciate all those guys for helping me out on the back end, making this thing happen. Um, but yeah, it's going to be a great interview. And like I say, we can make it even greater. Y'all guys just get on in, get me those questions. Um, Somebody said he PM me. Graylin, if I'm pronouncing that right. Yep, I'll check my PM. What's up, Texas? We got Houston checking in, Harborville checking in. We got Hawaii over there checking in. But this is gonna be a great interview, guys. We're gonna have El Flaco, one of the most winningest handlers in Mexico history, will be coming on Journey to the Pit Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just let if he change up, then he change up. You know, it could be 6 o'clock. I don't know. But as of right now, it's 8 p.m. All I do know is it's going to happen, and we have to work around his schedule. And when you got to work around his schedule, you got to work around his schedule. So hey, we making it happen. Got Kyle checking in from Kentucky. One of the interviews I always look forward to is the old timers that raise white apples. Well, we'll see. Neil, I guess if you got anybody you want to suggest over there on Instagram, let me know. We'll see if we can make it happen. Um, this was probably one of, and let me tell you, every interview that we have, I always get a bunch of comments that say, "Hey, that's one of the best interviews that you ever had." The amazing part about that is we hear that about every single interview. The reason is because that's what make Journey to the Pit so effective and so different. Because with such a wide variety of guests, you will always find somebody who will resonate with your situation. You know what I mean? Either from the family, either from their upbringing, maybe their farm size, maybe the geographical location they live in, maybe some of the challenges they encounter. With this wide variety of guests that we have come on the show, that's why it's so effective. And I'm not saying it just because it's my show, but just think about it. If you have a show that have all these different guests from all different parts of the world, all different walks of life, all different farm sizes, all different backgrounds and experiences, you will definitely draw to a larger audience because you're going to always have somebody in that within that audience that's definitely going to resonate with that guest. So what's up, Bobby? What's up, brother? Yeah, we got El Flaco coming on, man. We got El Flaco. Like I say, one of the most winningest handlers in Mexico history. And one of, I didn't say the best. I didn't say the winningest. I'll let him get into all that. So I'm just putting that out there as one of the best, you know, so we don't get in no debates and conversations of who's the best and the greatest and all that. But El Flaco will bring a lot of stuff to the table. We'll be to talk in depth about a lot of things when it comes to the handling. Take your opportunity now if you want to get a question answered to shoot me a message or put it in the comment section. I would say put it in the comment section because your comment or your question might trigger somebody for it might remind them of something or might say, "Oh, you know what? I would like to ask him this." So I would say definitely post your questions in the comment section from wherever you watching that, and I'll definitely compile them. No guarantee I will get to all of them, obviously, because we're not going to. We gotta obviously let him speak, and a lot of questions that y'all guys may want to ask or asking he may already cover throughout the conversation. So y'all guys know, y'all know how we run our interviews over there. I appreciate that, Bobby. I greatly do, man. I really do. I really do. Appreciate it. 505 in the house. Yes, all is well. All is well, man. Like I say, guys, if y'all can do us a favor, if y'all guys can share the post that I put it up on Instagram and both pages on Facebook. If y'all, I'll put it up on TikTok. But if y'all guys can share that we have El Flaco being interviewed Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can shoot them over to the Journey to the Pit YouTube channel. That's the easiest place because everybody doesn't have Facebook and all that. So to eliminate that, shoot them over to the Journey to the Pit YouTube channel. I'll post the post up tonight as well once I'm done, so they can kind of know or get a notification that we had that interview coming up. I'm really excited about it because we reached out to just to give you an example. We reached out to him. He agreed to do the interview at the beginning of the season. That's how long his goal has been. He agreed to do the interview. This was last year. Yeah. Was it last year? What's this, July? No, I don't know if it was that long ago. Yeah, it's probably been. Yeah, it's probably been. Yeah, it's probably been. So, like I said, he agreed to do it. It's been a minute. I don't know exactly how long it's been, but it's been a minute. But we finally got him. And again, I didn't really want to press him during busy season because he stays extremely busy and he's all over the country. Um, But, again, he's gonna bring a lot to the table. El Flaco, like I said, is gonna be a great guest to talk about a topic. I think he's probably one of the best people to talk about this topic at this time that we have had. Again, pretty much all the guests that we brought on can talk about this topic from obviously back in the legal days, but this is a guy who's competing on a hard ground as we speak. That's the reason why he can't even do it on Wednesday. He's competing on a hard ground as we speak. Um, if it's something that y'all guys again, I'm not going to keep saying it, or I'll keep saying it. You got any questions that you want to talk about when it in regards to handling, you know, um, post it in the comment section, so I can try to get them questions answered. If not, we'll have a detailed conversation as always. Um, we'll have a detailed conversation as always. Obviously, we're going to talk about a little bit of his background and his history, because again, I really would like to get to know him outside of just handling. But I'm always interested on individuals because El Flaco is at the top of his game, at the top of the game, not only at the top of his game, but at the top of the game. Um, and I'm really interested in what it takes not only to get there, but to stay there. I think I just think that, this is a great opportunity for us to look behind the curtains, look behind the scenes, because with social media, everybody just show a snapshot of what they do, and it's always the best. Nobody really shows the back end. Nobody really shows the failures, the hard work, the sweat, because that's not really glamorized. That don't get a lot of attention. But at the end of the day, I think that is the root of your success. Knowing what it took to get there, that is how you get there. You don't really get there trying to copy somebody at the finish line. You know what I mean? You got to understand of how those individuals, what were their habits? How did they learn? What were their biggest mistakes? How did they overcome failure? I know a lot of times people be wanting to quit. You know what I mean? What happens during a bad season? All those kind of things. I think they're all important because I think in real life, that's what we encounter. Obviously, that's not what's being shown on social media because everybody's always putting their best foot forward. But in reality, we know it's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes that is not appreciated, but that's because it's our fault. We don't highlight it, we don't talk about it, and we wonder why it's not appreciated. Appreciate People don't appreciate hard work if they don't know it exists. And that's something that we really need to think about. We can really again, in preparing this next generation, we can really have a great opportunity to pull the curtain back and show them all the work that goes into it. And listen, sometimes you show them all the work that goes into it and they don't want to do it. Sometimes they don't want to do it. I was talking to a good friend of mine, and he said that one of the things that he had done is he had a guy that kind of wanted to do what he did. He said he brought him over and he took him up under his wing and had him coming over to the farm and all that. He said, I think it was like after 2 weeks, the guy was like, nah, I'm good. Like, this ain't for me. And it's true. It's not for everybody. But if we do not show that side of it, or if we do not talk about that side of it, a lot of individuals come into the sport with a false perception of what it takes to be successful. That's the reason why it's so much hate and so much envy on the guys that are successful, because those guys are not even realizing what it took for those guys to get there, because we don't highlight it. We don't talk about it. We only show the sparring, the end result of the trophies, the good looking birds. Yeah, those birds look good, but what did it take to get that bird to look that good? We don't talk about none of that. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all guys think about it, we kind of our own worst enemy. But again, it's just a great opportunity. The more opportunity we have to pull back that curtain and show these individuals how much work it takes to get to whatever level you on, because it is different levels, regardless if you want to accept it or not. Nobody's rising up to the top on no luck. Nobody's rising up to the top because they got money. It's a lot more to it. So hopefully with this interview right here, guys, with El Flaco coming on, he'll give us an inside look on what it takes of the life of one of the most successful handlers in Mexico history. And again, I say one of. I didn't say the best, the only one, all that. I hate I got to say that disclaimer, but we on social media. Um, but yeah, guys, we got everybody checking in North Carolina. We got Tennessee, Kentucky. What's up? What's up? Alabama, South Carolina. What's up, everybody? 505. We know we got our brothers over there on Instagram. Yeah, so guys, I was just kind of giving a little rundown. We very, very excited. The interview we've been working on for some time. We got El Flaco that's going to be coming on 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Tuesday. I would definitely direct y'all guys over to the YouTube channel. Probably the easiest place to find it. What's up, Michigan? Yeah, Brian, you're exactly right. People do need to they need to carry that they need to carry that water bucket. They need to do a whole bunch of stuff. I think that a lot of times people get a misconception of success because they see guys at the finish line and they think, hey, I just got to throw feed, worm them once a month, give them clean water, and go to somebody and buy good genetics. Because everything, always the answer of every success and failure is brood pen, brood pen, brood pen. Every time you hear an issue, brood pen. My birds ain't cutting, brood pen. My birds getting tired, brood pen. My birds doing this, brood pen. It's not one aspect to success. It's not one. And if you think it's brood pen only, then take a whole bunch of sick birds who haven't had any good care, haven't had no 362, and then compete at the top level and see how you turn out. You're not going to turn out well again. So, like I said, it's not just brood pen. But if we can kind of highlight the other stuff, and I think Flaco is going to highlight what it takes to be a very competitive handler and in Mexico, and has been doing it a long time. I mean, it got to be tough, man. All that traveling, you know what I mean? Like I say, I didn't really get in depth in a conversation with him because I wanted to save it for the interview. But I am extremely interested in what it takes to get to that level, stay at that level, and how he do it season after season. Because I know guys that can't even do it for a week. They go down into the Intercontinental and they wore out. You know what I mean? Been down there 1 week, and wore out. How is this guy doing it? I mean, day in and day out. That got to be tough. Like, do he ever get bored? You know what I mean? Did he ever want to do something else? You know what I'm saying? It's so many questions that I personally have that I think we can talk about. Tonio, what's up, brother? So, guys, like I say, we got El Flaco from Mexico. If you just chimed in, we will be interviewing him this Tuesday, Eastern Standard Time. I think, like I said, it's gonna be a great interview. If y'all guys any kind of questions about handling, post it in the comment section. I'll get to it. I'm gonna jot them all down, and this way, when the interview come, I'll try to get as many in as I possibly can. Okay, Michael said I've heard of guys putting heat on their back. What does that do for the bird? That's a great question. That is a great question. And we'll ask him and get what his opinion is. I'm pretty sure, with Facebook, and especially with Facebook, you put that question up, you'll probably have 110 comments and they'll all be different, probably within 10 minutes. So we'll see what Flaco, and listen, it's another thing too. Not saying Flaco is any better than a neighborhood guy or your grandfather or your father or even yourself. But one of the things that we like to do is to bring individuals on the show that have vetted skills that we know for a fact is doing what they say they're doing. And it does not mean that they're any better than anybody else. But what we don't want to do is bring individuals on that we don't know if they've been doing what they say they've been doing or nothing. Giving out information, getting stuff off of YouTube, getting stuff off of Facebook groups, and just regurgitating a bunch of information that don't come from experience. So, I always tell all my guests, when you come on a show, don't talk about something that you don't know. Don't talk about stuff that you haven't done. If you do talk about those things, make it clear. I haven't done it, but I seen this guy do it, that guy do it, or whatever. Make it clear. Why do I say that? Because so many thousands of individuals watch these interviews month after month after month. They take a lot of that information and they apply it to their situation. What I don't want is individuals to take that bad information, apply it to their situation and get bad results. Because the individual that was on the show wasn't speaking from experience or didn't make himself clear. You know what I mean? So, um, but yeah, so like I said, guys, if y'all can do us a favor, what's up, Louisiana? If y'all can do us a favor and definitely share the interview. Yeah, yeah, Fabian. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but like I said, I just kind of put that out there. You know what I mean? Because I don't want you so much, there's a lot of pride and a lot of testosterone in our industry. As soon as you start using the words like best and master and stuff like that, you get a lot of flack for it. And a lot of times it comes from individuals who ain't really doing nothing. But that's a whole nother story. Um, but anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So this is gonna be a great interview. The first interview that we had, and we're pretty much just going to be talking about handling and the life of a handler and what it takes to get that good. Because he's literally, no doubt, regardless if you like him or not, there is no question that he's one of the best. He is definitely one of the best. There is no question. So it'll be an opportunity for y'all guys to learn something if you want to learn. But other than that, guys, that's all I got. I ain't gonna sit on here for hours. I just wanted to kind of ask y'all guys to share the post that I put up. If y'all can do that for me, because you're getting very, very, very little exposure through the platform, even though we got a lot of followers, we probably getting 30, 40, you know, reactions on a post, with 47,000 followers, and you only getting 35 and 40 reactions to a post. And it's not just us. I look at business channels and I see they got one guy who had 1.1 million followers, and I don't think he had more than 25 reactions on a post. So everything is pay to play now, pay to play. So El Flaco will be on 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Best place to watch it, I would say, would be YouTube. Best place to watch it, I would say, would be YouTube. It'd be a lot easier to find, but you're welcome to watch it on Facebook, Journey to the Pit page, or Jim Collins, my personal page. We'll be streaming it to all three. Um, yeah, and that'd be it. Yep. No cockfight. No, I'm not doing any really question and answers now. I don't know what I can answer, but I'm really just doing this live right here just to inform everybody of the upcoming interview. Yeah, that's really it. Yeah, I'm just looking at the comment. All right, brothers, y'all have a good night. Remember, share, 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 share. We really need y'all guys to share this. Really need y'all guys to share this post. All right, I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.